Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kuso6rande, the bad video game tournament. We have 2 more matches today. It's a wonderful Sunday, and what better way to enjoy the sun than to hide from it? Seriously, it is way too dang hot. They say conceal, don't feel, but I prefer to say conceal and feel other people's pain, because that is what brings about true happiness. I don't think that's actually a saying by anyone, but let's go ahead and reveal who our GM is. Please welcome on in Zavane. Oh, I'm sorry, your hippo got stretched up today. He's been on a diet, Very fit hippo. Let me see if I can poke Zavane. Where are you, Zavane? Ah, there you are. Hello.
Hey, bro.
Hey, the hippo that I have up on screen is a little bit skinnier than usual. Definitely been doing a few sit-ups.
What have you done to my boy?
Well, okay, I know exactly what I did. I didn't expect to have you showing up today because I didn't look at the schedule. And what I did ended up stretching him out. But that's okay. I don't know, it gives him attitude.
Yeah, he could probably stand to lose a few pounds, honestly.
Can't we all? Well, probably not all of us, no. Especially all you skinny people, all you under 200 pounds, you're beautiful, okay? And you do not need to change at all. All of you up to 250, you're also all beautiful. I'm a little bit higher than that. I need to lose some weight. But yeah, what can you say? Yeah. We're starting to get outside doing more stuff, so I'll make it there.
Exactly. Same here. We'll do it together.
Yeah, it's no rush. It's whatever. Honestly, as long as you're happy, then really that's the most important thing. So let's go ahead, and I'm pretty happy myself. What game do we have today, Zavane?
Today we are having our second, or rather my second, Flintstones game. The Flintstones, Big Trouble in Bedrock.
Oh no, Barney's been kidnapped by a vampire?
No, but almost. He looks like a vampire, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
His name is Dr. Sinister.
Dr. Sinister. Oh no, Sinister 1, the Punch-Out player, is here to punish Barney Rubble. That's always terrifying,
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a better story than this game has.
Oh
honestly,
no.
So.
Well, that's worrying, but whatever, we'll live. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting everybody captured, looking good. Feel free to sit back, everybody, and relax as we do this. How have you been lately, Zavane? Is it your birthday too?
No, it is not. But I've been fine. I've been having a nice weekend.
Well, you'd be doing better if it was your birthday.
Yeah, probably. But I did have a Kuso match on my birthday already, so I can't be too greedy,
Oh my gosh, that is so great. Birthday Kuso.
Exactly.
Kind of sounds gross. Yeah.
Perfect treat.
Yeah, the perfect combination. Yeah. Seriously though, yeah, you've been able to relax a little bit. That's good. Have you played any awesome games lately?
That's a good question. I played what's it called? The Wild 8. You know of it?
The Wild 8?
It's Wild 8. It's a, sort of crafting survival game,
Okay, you're speaking my language.
It's pretty good. It's you top down, slightly top down action. Basically, you crash in a plane crash into the wilderness, cold winter wilderness.
Oh, so it's like the Lone. Oh, it's that one Lone Dark-ish game. It looks like Lone Dark.
There's so many, honestly. There's so many with the same premise and the only difference being like, oh, it's summer, oh, it's the desert, oh, it's the tundra.
Oh,
like,
it's the tundra. Yeah.
There's tons of those games. The main good thing about it is being able to play like with friends. It had like 8-player co-op. So
okay, that's good to know. I loved playing The Long Dark. I'll still go back to it every now and then because it's so good. I'm terrible at it. But I looked at that and I was like, do I want to play this? Because it just seems like they ripped off Long Dark. But if you love it, maybe I should.
I don't really love it though. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's a good time if you're playing it with friends. Would I say that I love it? No, I would not.
See, I made the mistake of actually trying out Rust.
Mm-hmm.
Never
played that.
I'm going to go ahead and say that unless you have tons of people you love who already play it, you can skip it. Because basically, my entire experience has been running around until I could make myself not naked, and then I'd die. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about par for these like survival games. Although what I liked about Wild 8, as I like in a lot of like the better survival crafting games, is that there's actually like a story that you're trying to uncover. So you're not just like running around and dying and making shoes and dying again. There's actually like something to work towards, which I think is nice for games like that. I saw you playing
great.
The Forest, which is also like a good example of that.
Yeah. I've been playing that some with Justin. It's been a lot of fun. Why did your picture just disappear? Hippo, come back! Hippo!
I guess Fred must have scared it off.
Let me see if running that macro again... What the crap? Whatever, I've got everything set up right now, so I guess we don't need the hippo there. Well, it's a magic trick. That's not the right thing.
Hippo at night. Yeah, that's a good.
All I had to do was make it invisible and then make it visible again, and it came back. This is OBS. Come on. Okay, Princess Tomato Music, you need to go away because I'm mad, and I can't have music from the best video game ever playing while I'm mad. Urgh. Or can I? I don't know, hard to say. Well, I hear some Flintstones music. Everybody, Flintstones! This doesn't... Well, okay, like, it sounds like they're playing the marimba.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Flintstones music to be had in this game, unfortunately.
I mean, to be fair, they had one song.
Even the game, yeah, even the scammer game, the previous Flintstones game I brought here had like the theme song. This one does not.
Okay, I am just doing a final check to make sure everybody is in the right location here. So you will see pop-ups over their screens a little bit, but yeah, it appears that everybody is in the right location.
I will do the same.
Okay, so question. Also, let me fix the timer. Just ignore that. Is there anything special about this game? Are they just starting on the default settings?
Yeah, they're starting default, which is medium. There's like easy, medium, hard, but I honestly don't know what the difference is. So it's fine. We're going medium. We're going medium. It's a medium kind of mode. Second round, we'll save hard and whatnot for later rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a medium there. I think as long as no one's changed it, it should be fine.
Yeah, I'll see if some of the other players are going to go through. Yeah,
medium,
Sword in the Dark. Given a revelation. Let's see. Okay, I'm waiting for one of the players.
Yeah.
Come on, Rain Man. We need the rain.
Man.
Yeah.
I think Rain Man was actually competing in another thing entirely, just like a while
really?
ago. Yeah, some sort of Link to the Past randomizer, I think.
Maybe.
That's a cool thing about the speedrunning community. I feel like there's so much going on, like with randomizers and tournaments, and very engaging community. Or speedrunning, like maybe it's the wrong word for it, but
Rain Man, Rain Man, Rain Man, where are you?
yeah, come on, Rain Man, we want a game.
Can't start until you let us know. Yeah, honestly, there we go. Okay, options. They look just right. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, best of luck, players. Now, everybody spam all of your old school emotes. If you have any dinosaurs, any Flintstones things, any rocks, anything that would have existed in the Bedrock era. Yeah, spam
Sounds
now,
good.
because as soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer.
Here we go.
Well, and we already got a cutscene. My gosh.
Yeah. Everyone's spamming through the cutscene, which is fair. Like the story's paper thin either way.
Okay, let me just tell you. Game Boy Advance games usually give me a little bit of a concern because they often end up being mediocre. The camera here is already making me angry.
Yeah. You caught on to it immediately. Like the camera is really an issue in this game.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's got the zoomies.
Always tries to like follow you straight from the back, so when you turn around, you don't really like have a good overview of the situation. And since enemies spawn left, right, center all the time, that's a bad thing. You don't like that. Yeah, that's death for Moonblaze. As per usual, I expect players to die a lot from in the beginning, trying to figure stuff out, but that's fine. That's how these things go.
Other people are saying that this is legit making them sick. I'm not too surprised. If you need to look away, feel free to do that, chat. We are not going to oblige you into watching, but I will watch. You know, you can go ahead, pull up like Mahjong or something. Especially Ricci Mahjong, because that's where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough, especially like seeing it for the first time. It'll ease on to you, I think, though. But yeah, it's certainly not pretty.
Like, it's still better than Pig of the Peach 3, but that's not really saying much.
Yeah, we should rank all the Kuso games in terms of watchability.
Pig of the Peach 3 is like the only 3D game that I've played in recent history that made me feel physically ill. Like, because I don't get motion sick, but Peggy.
There are games like that. I also have like games that I can especially remember that I can't play them because I know I'll get a headache. There's not a lot of them, but there are some, and that's quite an accomplishment, I feel like.
Actually, yeah, I do feel a little bit of a headache coming right above my left eye, just right there. And I don't know if it's this game. I'm not going to say it's this game because I think I felt it a little bit earlier, but yeah.
What's to be said about this game, really? It's I enjoyed reading this chat before we saw any gameplay, because we had some viewers actually catching on or checking out the game, I suppose. Because my first impression when I played this the first time was like a platformer made by people who have never played a platformer, basically.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons, but as it turns out, I hadn't checked this myself, but Kate pointed it out during match setup that there could be some truth to that, since the developer, to my knowledge, has made 4 games, 2 Tetris games, and this and something completely different, like, yeah, not a platform anyway, so I can't recall the 4th game. But yeah, this is the only platformer they ever made, and I think it's the last game they ever made.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah, 3 and 64 games on this game, yeah.
Here's the deal. I love Fred's sprite when he's walking. He's got this giant dumb smile on his face, okay?
Yeah, you can say a lot about this game, like stuff it's lacking, but he's got some emotion, he's got some feeling, Fred, that's for sure.
No, the company that made this made Tetrisphere? What is wrong with them? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, they don't know how to do any genre, I would say. The new Tetris, how is it new? Yeah, I don't want to play that either. It looks like crap. The crap Tetris. Aiden Chronicles? I don't know what that is. Usually if I haven't heard of it and it's on the N64, that means it's probably not great. Wait, Big Bear's Cave, you loved Tetrisphere? Interesting. But yeah, the biggest question is, did this Flintstones game end with somebody going to prison? Because if not, it's not the most notable Flintstones game we've had on the stream quite yet.
Not what I know of, but you know...
It did destroy a company.
Exactly, it destroyed the company in question, so that's not like, that's something, at least.
Yeah, now it was developed by H2O Entertainment and published by Conspiracy Entertainment Corp. Conspiracy Entertainment also put out other games like Just Sing, okay, America's Next Top Model, you know, the classic video game. Ninja Bread, man, I know that one. That was... and Anubis too. Those are the same game, essentially, on the Wii. They're basically really crappy platformers. Oh, I wouldn't even call them shovelware. Wait, Ninja Bread Man was DDI Interactive? What?
Are you talking publishing games now or developing?
I don't know.
I think they published some games, but yeah, some other games.
Yeah, they definitely published some. Okay, yeah, you're right. The Data Design Interactive. How the crap are they? Like, I see this on their list of games that they worked on to some degree, so maybe they were brought in to give their expertise.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, did they make this one? Okay, they published the game The Amazing Virtual Sea Monkeys. That's right.
Oh.
This is... oh my gosh, this is hideous. Let me share this. I need to share this with everybody because this is terrifying. Okay, The Amazing Virtual Sea Monkeys. And I never want to see a sea monkey ever in my life if they look like that.
Is it? Oh gosh. Yeah, that's scary looking.
Okay, confirmed this company published Ninja Bread Man and Anubis 2 on the Wii. So they...
right.
Yeah.
Well, those are certainly classics.
Yeah. I think that this game is going to be relatively easy to see who is in the lead. From what I understand, you know, all they have to do is make it to the end of the stage and then they move on to the next one. Doesn't seem like there's anything that you have to collect necessarily. Are there any puzzle elements in this, or is it a fairly straightforward platformer?
It's straightforward, but like badly planned out. That's the issue I could be seeing, like trying to keep track of progress, because a lot of the levels are just they are fairly big and poorly planned out, so there's oftentimes more than one way to get to the end. So if we were to end with like a couple of players on the same level, we might have to do some rewinding of the tapes potentially, but we'll see. It shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. But yeah, the first couple of levels, as you can see them right now, there's just the level planning is terrible. Like you can see on, I think, Mikey's screen right now, there's just these tons of these flying rocks that you gotta traverse like way above ground level. So if you fall down, you gotta restart, or rather you gotta do the whole thing over again.
So the lead programmer for this game, by the way, has some pretty strong connections to many video games, including programming No Man's Sky. Which, by the way, I love No Man's Sky, but it was a hot mess. It still is kind of a hot mess. I don't think it'll ever feel finished. But
I have never played it.
Oh, I love it. Like, honestly, I would love to play more.
I've heard tons of people say that it's great now, but the initial like car crash of a release was enough for me to say like I don't want to play this.
Yeah, I just feel like it's finally actually the game that they advertised. I feel like there could still be more diversity in planets, but it's enjoyable. I really, mind you, I've played hundreds of hours, both from when it was initially released through multiple updates, and I still enjoyed the initial release, okay? But I completely understood why other people didn't. It's basically where it's what they advertise now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, finally. By the way, other people who worked on this include Michael Anderson, the producer for Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a credit.
Oh, it's a great credit. Good job. Honestly, I think Plumbers Don't Wear Ties might be a better game than this one. How about Dora the Explorer, Fairy Tale Adventure? The director of technology for Indigo Prophecy worked on this.
Oh.
And the designer of Dream TV. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of Kuso connections here. I love it.
Just want to add that Mikey has been going really fast through here. He's already on the 3rd level. I think that's like a fairly comfortable lead right now.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has passed really the 1st level. It's just not very well laid out.
Yeah, it's kind of hard actually to separate between the levels, and they come in pairs of 3. So like there's 3 levels that look like this, and then there's 3 other levels with another theme, and then there's so on and so forth.
Okay, that's fairly common when it comes to platformers. But the rough thing about the screen, the thing that's making me a little bit upset, is that you really can't see much of the level. Considering that this was a handheld system, you just really don't know where to go. What is going to be the ride? You have to walk over there in order to see. Maybe it's because Fred didn't have glasses.
That's true.
I mean,
could certainly be a factor.
I love that there's like a generic paper boy.
Yeah, just throwing papers at you. Like, come on, that's rude.
Yeah, what a jerk.
He just cycles off. He knows he's been bad.
Oh.
Yeah, the camera is like the biggest issue when as it comes to like actually playing the game. The controls are fine, like tight enough as they are. Very simple to the start, like you only jump and you can pick up like bowling balls or a club as you can use for a limited time. But yeah, very simple to at the start. You gain some power-ups as we go on. I expect us to get at least the first one, maybe the second.
So I do have to ask, how do continues work in this game? Do you have limited continues, a password system?
Good of you to remind me. You have no continues, in fact. So
oh no.
You gotta play careful. But the thing is, if you do play careful, game overing shouldn't be too much of an issue. Like, you have fairly low amounts of extra lives at the start, but as you can already see on Mikey's screen, he's already got 9 lives. And there's not like a ton of instant death traps. So if you play careful and like get used to the game, I don't foresee like a ton of game overs once they like play for a bit. Oh, Mikey's on the first boss. Dr. Sinister, as he's known.
Well, I mean, isn't he like the overall story plot dude? Apparently this game is supposed to be a prequel to one of the Simpsons episodes, or not Simpsons, Flintstones. I don't know, Fred is basically old school Simpsons.
Yeah, that's true.
Which would explain why my dad liked him so much.
Yeah, he is indeed like the main villain, but he's also every boss in the game.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, I guess that makes sense.
And yeah, the bosses are basically the least challenging part of the entire game. So
there we
if you
go.
Get to the boss,
Mikey is through onto Rancho
Nice.
Rock. Yeah. I really
Onto
don't know
the
how the other
next
players are doing so far, just because it's hard for me to like tell which level is which.
Yeah, I think Moonblaze is on the second level, and I think Sword in the Darkness is on the first, I think. Not entirely sure.
I think so. I think Sword in the Darkness may have started over, but I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, they're having troubles with the level layout. Like you're used to like just going right is usually the solution in these basic platformers. But especially in this first level, you gotta head right and then up and then all the way left to then traverse the whole stage through the sky on flying stones to like pass a wall that's blocking you further on.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This platforming just seems way overly precise when it doesn't need to be.
Mm-hmm. And these the stone tablets that's flying back and forth, they have a tendency to desync as well. Like when I was playing it, it could sometimes just like not time with each other, so you'd have to like walk off screen to have them come back in a better position.
This is what happens when the person you put in charge of designing a game literally only designed one game before, and that was Aiden Chronicles, which is not a platformer, and apparently it's a legendarily bad RPG. Honestly, I know nothing about it, but yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Generally, you want people who have done platformers before to design platformers. Even if they weren't like necessarily the designer back then, you know, having experience helps. What is that death thing that Mikey just walked past? That did not look like a Flintstones thing. It looked like H.P. Lovecraft made that. What is that?
I wonder what's here. I didn't see it. We'll have to see if it returns.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh, Mikey's passed the first of these.
Yeah, this game is really working well for Mikey right now.
Mikey's doing great. He's gonna, at the end of this level, he'll find the first power-up. Which we'll see when we get to it.
Just so people know as well, it looks like this is a match for people who scored 5 points on their previous round. That means that one person in this match will be eliminated. Who's it going to be? Yes. Well, whoever comes in last.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's an important match.
One player is leaving us.
This camera, oh my gosh. I'm really enjoying the stabbing headache right above my eye. This is great.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah,
this
closing
being...
my eyes for a little bit actually helps a little bit. Maybe it's because of all the bright, wonderful colors. Probably that, like, Fred's outfit. It's just so bright, you know?
Oh, that's awful. Moonblaze falls down like five levels. Unfortunate. But yeah, that's basically these 3 first levels, just like vertical platforming with inconsistent like cycles between these rocks.
Yeah. I actually like the art in this. You know, Fred looks appropriately derpy, but it's very fitting of the cartoon. The Flintstones definitely was stylistic, and they captured the style here. So congrats to the lead artist, Sarah Mager, for working on this. And luckily, Sarah did go on and work on other games, like being the lead world modeler for The Simpsons Hit and Run, which is one of the only good Simpsons games out there.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, she also worked on the world building for Crash Tag Team Racing, which I'm not sure is great, but
like it's not like amazing, but it's kind of good.
Yeah,
at least better than people give credit for, I feel like. And as Katus said here in chat, Mikey has indeed now gotten his first power up, which is a double jump, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It makes the platforming a fair bit easier.
So, how long do you have double jump for the rest of the game?
Rest of the game, yes.
Oh, good. Oh my gosh, that will definitely make this a little more tolerable. Little more. Unfortunately, you really don't know what is high up until you're basically there. So I could imagine it not being quite as helpful, just because of how bad the camera is in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 20 minutes in, you get the double jump.
You know, it's fine. Who made the music for this? Steven Sin? Okay, Steven Sin was the audio lead for Mass Effect. Okay, fine.
Whoa,
you get a pass.
Okay.
You get a pass. Also did Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Dragon Age Origins, which that was a really good game. The audio for Neverwinter Nights. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
So good job, Steven. This music is okay. Like, it's not memorable. It doesn't have a memorable tune, but it's chill. It's chill enough that I'm not going to get bored of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's chill. That's probably the best word for it, yeah. Let's see. Sword in the Darkness is close to the exit here to the level, I think. But this has to head right from here. It'd be nice to see them all through the 3 first levels. Very nice.
Yeah.
On to the 3rd level.
Now, everybody, we are watching 4 players race in Kuso6rande. We've got one more match after this one, and then that will be it for the weekend. Remember, though, we do have Don't Make Us Bored on Tuesdays. This last one, unfortunately, Corndan got kidnapped by family to attend apparently a blackmailing session, aka dinner. But we will have it this upcoming Tuesday. We love to have new people there, so if you wish to consider submitting, !DMUB is something that you can type in order to get a submission form and join us for some shenanigans. Yeah, we have people play games that they speed run, high score attempts. We've had people play games blind or just do showcases for us. It's a lot of fun. I'm trying to think, Zavain. Like, Mikey is doing so well in this game.
Yeah, he's He's just running past everyone here.
Yeah, what do you think the most important thing is in order to learn how to play this game or to play it well?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think just keep your cool. That's sort of a maybe a cheap answer, but it's important here, especially with how the camera works. Like they're flying all over the place, and the enemies often the enemy placement is quite rude. So you gotta like take it slow, take it easy.
Yeah,
And there's the audience has probably already seen it, but there's a lot of places where you can like slide down and have to restart a section. So
no,
just-
Moonblaze accidentally walked off the platform. These platforms are a nightmare. I don't understand what they're doing or the rhythm. There seems like there is no rhythm.
Exactly. Like you gotta be super deliberate with what you're doing. Like plan out your jumps, especially if you're far up into a section, because you don't want to have to restart it.
Yeah, very true. I think learning how to deal with all of the BS from this game is one very important thing. Another thing is that, you don't have a timer in this, so even if you do have to wait a little bit, it's better to wait a little bit rather than rush and fall back down. Once you get the double jump, it seems to be a little bit easier to deal with the platforming, but until then, just take it slow and don't mess up your jumps.
That's very good advice, I'd say. And just to mention, Rain Man is on the next set of stages, so I think that's a pretty safe second place right now. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, I love that people are bringing up Karo Z bringing up the game FAQs reviewer, and I was taking a look at that. They gave a 3 out of 10 for the story, but they also gave the graphics a 4 out of 10. Come on, the graphics are better than a 4 out of 10 here. These are like perfectly acceptable for Game Boy Advance times. Oh my gosh, just patience, Moonblaze. Patience. No, I said patience.
I mean, the one thing you could criticize about the graphics is that it's very much cut and paste. Like there's very few actual like assets being used here.
Some of them are cut and paste, but
But I'd agree. A 4 out of 10 is a bit harsh.
Like, why? Cut and paste isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, if you're making a game based off of a show that is cartoony, put some of the cartoon in,
Yeah, that's fair. But I think, it's probably more like the actual level design that's at fault here.
Yeah.
Because with limited assets and just using them the way they have makes for a bad experience.
I mean, Moonblaze is going through this stupid I don't know if I've ever seen a platforming maze before, but that is 100% what that section was.
Yeah, Moonblaze been struggling on this particular set of platforming for quite a while now, so I really hope that they'll be able to get past it. But I think they're heading in the wrong direction, unfortunately. But the game isn't very clear about it. So from here, you don't want to head left, you want to head right. Please just head right. You'll head for the finish.
Now, the players can't hear us. They're not listening to us. So we can go ahead and talk openly about what the players should be doing. They're also not in Twitch chat, so they're not getting any hints from us.
Ooh,
it's just
let's have a look at Mike's screen here. Sorry for cutting off. Second power-up, the Judo shop. The old Judo shop.
What Fred Flintstone is known for, the judo chop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Both Fred and the sport of judo being known for shopping. I was very amused by like finding that power up for the first time.
I'm so angry about how many blind jumps this game has. There's so many, and it's absolutely inexcusable. Rain Man, by the way, has made a decent amount of progress, is on the second area. Moonblaze onto the third stage of the first area. Okay, and it looks like Sword in the Darkness is in the same location here. Now remember, one person will be eliminated, whoever comes in fourth, so it's actually really important for both of these players to get through this stage relatively quickly.
Yeah, definitely. They are basically even footing right now, Moonblaze and Sword in the Darkness.
I do love that chat is noting, we only got double jump 20 minutes in for one of the players. We only got a melee attack, almost half an hour in for one of the players,
For one of the players. But as I was saying, I was amused by, why would Fred get a judo shop of all things as a power-up? But as it turns out, it's actually, as you said, it's based on the actual show. One particular episode of the original Flintstone show.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
So we've got both the villain, Dr. Sinister, and the judo shop being part of the episode that's called Dr. Sinister.
Yes.
And this shop, this judo shop, is as it's referred to in the episode. It's the special move of let me check this. Yay Bedrock. Yay Bedrock.
Yay.
A secret agent in the prehistoric era, I suppose. Yay Bedrock.
And the chop is learned from watching James Bond rock movies.
James Bond rock, yeah, they're watching James Bond rock.
Oh my gosh, this is so... Ow.
It's quality. And it makes you wonder, what made them think, yes, this is what our game should be about? Based on this one particular episode.
Chat is saying they hear judo chop, they think Austin Powers. Yeah, yeah. I could see that. Also, question, why are there walking lips on Mikey's screen? There just seems to be a lot happening in this.
He's in Dr. Sinister's haunted mansion, so there's a lot of spooky things going on.
His
there.
mansion sucks. Seriously, giant animal claws trying to get people?
Yeah.
Oh, this platforming is so bad. There we go, Mikey. Got that platform. There we go. On to the next one. Yeah, Rain Man is learning the double jump. Rain Man has the double jump. That is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, Rain Man is actually doing quite some work right now, catching up a fair bit to you right now.
Rain Man could potentially catch back up to Mikey, although these giant spiders, I would say they're cute. Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah,
they're the cutest spiders I've seen. They're so fat.
Monkey, for sure.
And by the way, they're actually very similar to the spiders in some of the episodes. There's the Spidersaurus. It only has 6 legs, just like these spiders. So, yeah, oh my gosh.
They did the research.
They did their research, and they brought in various creatures from the actual television show. I love it. I love it. That's so good.
I mean, yeah, that's something at least.
Yeah, I'd say that, there are way too many people who develop games for various properties and they don't actually use things that show up, or they use like 1 or 2 things that show up in that property. But you've got so much gold in The Simpsons. Flintstones. The Flintstones, yeah. Okay? You've got so much gold in the Flintstones. And
that's true.
It's good that the developers went... I'm not body shaming the spiders. They're fat. I'm fat. It's fine. They are adorable, okay? The fatness adds to their cuteness here. I've been watching too much Simpsons lately, by the way. That's why it's on my mind.
Is that why?
Yeah.
There are plenty of bad Simpsons games as well, so you're forgiven, I think.
Oh, yeah, trust me. I know. I've played most of them. But every once in a while, we find out about a new Simpsons game, and I'm like,
Exactly. There's always more to be gained from that particular well.
Yeah.
Hey, I just remembered from the episode that the game is basically based on when Fred does the judo shop.
Oh yeah.
What do you think he says? Like he has like a line when he says it.
My name is Fred, James Fred. Chop.
I mean, that's fair. It could be that, but the actual line is, "I'm just a ship I'm just a ship off the old shop."
No, I'm just a chip off the old shop. That's not even a joke, Fred. Come on, Fred.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, so did Fred. That's why he said it. There we go, Rain Man using the club. Yeah, that's how you do it. We're doing caveman strats here. Not the speedrunner caveman, but actual cavemen.
Yeah, Rain Man is on the second boss, so we'll soon be getting the judo shop of their own. I'm a little worried for Sword in the Darkness here. Down to 1 life, so I think we'll be seeing a game over there soon, which will be unfortunate because it'll give Moonblaze a fair bit of time to potentially move forward on the way.
Yeah. Now, I believe I did some chops when I was in karate, kung fu, whatever. They're the same thing.
I mean, that's what the Flintstones believe, anyways. Like,
well, yeah,
judo famously being a sport with no striking, as far as I know. Judo is just basically it's based around throws and such.
I mean, every once in a while you gotta chop, right? Like, you can't just throw people everywhere. It's not gonna work. They have to teach you, like, backup strats. The backup is you chop them. You chop them.
The judo backup strat. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, yeah, Raymond's done with the Western levels.
You know what? Judo chop actually could have been an old joke that most people back in the day wouldn't get because they didn't have Wikipedia. Although I do see the Tai Chi notebook that there is a judo chop. You whop him in the head. Yeah, Austin Powers also did it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
but it's with a closed fist, right? I think.
Yeah, this is from Urban Dictionary, okay? The information that I have here. The most reliable source that we have on the judo chop.
Very
okay,
good.
The act of taking your hand and making a chop motion on a person's shoulder near the neck area while saying in a loud manner, judo chop. Ha! Okay, here are the steps. 1, find a victim. 2, creep up behind them. 3, make sure palm/hand is flat and straight. 4, raise your hand and chop the victim's shoulder, making sure it is close enough to the neck. Number 5, say the phrase, judo chop, ha! While doing so. Number 6, walk away. Yeah. So there we go. That is...
Oh, we've got an issue here. Mikey's game is apparently hard-locked. Wow.
Yeah, so as it turns out, it's just a dumb joke. And odds are the Flintstones... Writers are really creative, and sometimes they have jokes that they love and that nobody else is going to get, and that's probably the case with the judo chop in this game. Now, Rain Man is starting to catch up a little bit. Look at Rain Man go. Mikey is...
bro.
Yeah.
There's a... Have you seen the Discord? Apparently, Mikey's game has hard locked. So,
apparently, it moved a frame.
Moved the frame? Might be tremendous lag. Huh.
Okay.
That is unfortunate, though.
Yeah, that is extremely rough. If you know how to get through the stages, I'm not sure if it's really fast to get caught back up. That is...
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, I think.
Yeah, the big question to me is, could the emulator have accidentally been paused? Oh, the music is still going, apparently. Okay.
Oh, yeah, so it is.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time that we've had a crash during Kuso6rande. It probably won't be the last.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do a little consulting to see what we should do in regards to this, because, you know, Mikey was definitely in the lead.
Yeah, he was crushing it.
Yeah, absolutely crushing it, yeah.
Yeah, I think he could restart and like try to get back, but I wonder if he'd be able to catch up again.
Oh yeah, Kate is basically asking for a save state to send it over to Kate to see if there is something that happened. So yeah, it's kind of handy, you know, having stuff on the emulator definitely lets us figure things out. And then Mikey actually managed to get back to the map screen. The game is okay, we're back in there.
We're in. That's great.
Okay. So
here we go.
Yeah, that was a very glitchy death. And luckily, Mikey is back. Welcome to Video Games, everybody. I am Brosentia, and it turns out that if you make your first platformer and you have not made any good games up to that point, you might have problems in your game. And that's okay. Just don't sell it.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment.
Well, then again, you know, there are plenty of games out there that have locks that you wouldn't necessarily expect. Even good video games sometimes run into that. And considering that none of the other players have experienced a death quite like that, maybe this is a rarity in the game. We have seen rare occurrences in Kuso6rande, so you never really know.
Only the finest Flintstones quality, says Darkman in the chat. Yeah.
I don't know. Flintstones games are not allowed to have glitches or bugs of any kind.
But yeah, whilst that was happening, Sword in the Darkness has moved on to the next set of stages. So that's a clear third place right now.
This game is out of control. Sword in the Darkness is just bouncing on everything at this point.
Yeah, sliding, bouncing, taking damage left and right, being shot at from prehistoric cowboys.
We do have Polterghost asking if any wrong warps have ever been beneficial for players in Kuso6rande. And the answer is yes. If you count... Was it a wrong warp or a zip? Probably more of a zip in Athena that managed to insta-kill a boss. How? I have no idea. I've never been able to replicate it myself. But we've definitely had zips and large glitches that have been highly beneficial to the players. Every once in a while, warp zones have been very strange and gave people progress that they didn't necessarily need or want to get, even know about. Yeah.
I mean, that's when you're dealing with mystery games like this, mystery racing. That's certainly a thing.
Yeah, chat is also bringing up, oh my gosh, it was a game that Mike Uyama gave out, and I can't remember what the game was, but somebody accidentally invoked or activated cheat mode that let them fly all over the place. Cadis is saying Fat Bobby. That was a fun match. I believe that's kind of like, we didn't call it the Kuso bin at that, or the Tubin bin at that point, but I'm pretty sure that's in the Tubin bin. There we go, Sword in the Darkness, getting through 2-1. Moonblaze is still on 1-B. Yeah, at this point...
And with 0 lives as well, so it's looking rough for Moonblaze right now.
Yeah, Moonblaze is a good fellow. I've met him a few times in real life outside of the great internet world that we have here. And he's been more and more active in the speedrunning scene. He hasn't been very active in the Flintstones platforming scene, though. So, you know, it's I can't necessarily blame him for not doing as well with this. He runs RPGs, not Flintstones.
It's
if there were a
happening
Flintstones
scene.
RPG, though, it would be nuts.
Rain Man is now on the same stage as Mikey. And
Yeah.
the one very big advantage that Rain Man has right now is that his health bar is decidedly bigger than Mikey's. As I said it, Mikey gains another point to his health bar. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure what increases your health bar, but it's a pickup of some sort. So it's not like random. I think it might be either that you have to collect enough of these shells or some sort of that. But yeah, Mikey just gained his 5th health thingy, and Rainman has 6, so that's a small little advantage that they may be able to take advantage of.
Oh, I'm taking a look. I don't see any Flintstones RPGs, but apparently some people have made Flintstones technology and stuff for D&D. So, I mean, if you want to go ahead and do Flintstones D&D, you can do it. Somebody has worked on making that for you. Moonblaze on to Rancho Rocks.
Hey,
this is exactly
very nice.
the type of progress that he needs at this point. Very nice.
Oh, and also gained an extra life. Very nice. Exactly what he needed.
Oh, geez, yeah, only having 1 life. You said there are no continues, right?
There are no continues, so you gotta play safe. Rainman just fell into a hole and died.
Yeah, honestly,
things like that happens.
That's really concerning, but it seems like extra lives are very reasonable in this game.
If you play it slow definitely. If you play slow and don't risk it too much, you often end up in the same situation as Mikey and Rainman with close to or above 10 extra lives at a point.
This music is not right for this game. Not at all. Yeah, how many shells does it take to get an extra life? 100? Oh, Moonblaze! The level was just like, nah, go back to the beginning, okay? Good luck.
I am actually not sure how many you need. It might be 100. It's probably 100.
Yeah, I know my crappy video games. I know what they like to do. They like to push people to their limits. And the limit of 2 digits is 100.
I want to play the Flintstones D&D. That'd be nice.
Flintstones D&D, oh yeah. Yeah, what would your class be in the Flintstones? I imagine caveman. Most people would have that class.
Mm-hmm.
Or would that be considered a D&D race? You could be a shrewd
Possibly.
businessman.
Yeah, maybe Fred is the class.
Fred.
You can be Fred, you can be Barney, Wilma, Betty.
Okay,
Dino.
so one class is generic housewife. Okay. One class is angry child.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, the knockback in this game is so ridiculous. I didn't even notice that. But especially if you're in the air and you get hit, you go flying.
Mm-hmm, definitely. Malicus points out 50 is the number of clams you need for an extra life. Just saw it on Rain Man's.
Okay, gotcha. One other thing, I never really understood why they had a Martian show up in the Flintstones. I never liked him. I thought he was dumb. I'm like, no, he belongs in the Jetsons, not in this. I want my cavemen to be with cavemen, and I don't need a Martian here.
I also don't know like why, like lore reason, but I can pretty much figure that it was probably just a gimmick they added to try and breathe some life into the show. I'm guessing.
Just let shows end.
I would be very surprised if he was a part of like the first season.
Apparently he first appeared in October 29th, 1965. He was apparently from the home planet Zetox. Could have been from Detox, as punishment for having invented a doomsday machine. Oh, well, okay. A weapon of immense destructive power. Yeah, I know what a doomsday machine is, Wikipedia. You don't have to explain it. His invention was a button which, if pressed, would destroy the universe in an explosive zam. Though he insists he made it on a whim. He says, I was laying around home. I got bored. I made a doomsday machine. Yeah. And he didn't intend on using it. Apparently, he crashed his flying saucer and then recognized the world as prehistoric Earth. And essentially, Zetox banished him through time and as well as space. I guess, you know, if you get sent to the past and have no access to technology other than your UFO, then yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard to destroy the universe.
I think Mike is getting close to the end of this level that he's been stuck on now for quite some time, having like plowed through most of the game to this point.
Oh, and apparently he was told that he had to do good deeds to whoever first found him, which was Fred and Barney. Big surprise, and he hates them. But that's weird because in every piece of media that I see with him, especially video games, he's always helpful. Always, every single time.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, I hate him.
Spicy lore though, for sure.
Yeah, chat was saying that he appeared in episode 147. You know what could have happened? Just end the Flintstones. You don't, like... Okay, anime is completely fine having a 13-episode series. Why can't American media ever freaking do that? Ever! Ever! They're like, no, this has to run for 1,000,000 years, and then finally, we'll introduce a new character.
Very happy to see some progress here for Mikey after being stuck finally onto the third boss.
Okay, actually, some anime last forever as well, but some, they're fine ending some of those series early, because, yeah, having a limited run actually works sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, most times, really.
And you know what? Right? You know what you can do if you finish your show? Make another show. And guess what? Yeah. If you are the same people who made this other show, people will be like, holy cow, what is this story going to be like? And they'll be excited. Because guess what? They want something new. Everybody wants something new. We don't want the same old recycled material for the rest of our lives.
You know, exactly right. You should do it like the Flintstones did. Make a show about the same character, except this time they're babies. Or like kids.
Or they're from the future. Because, you know, of course you have to have the Flintstones in the future. Thank you, Jetsons. We didn't need you. We never needed you. Although I love the robot, okay? The robot in the Jetsons, she's great, okay? She's perfect just the way she is.
I agree with that. Hey, Mikey beating the third boss, heading on to the last set of stages.
Oh, really? Mikey is doing very well. Yeah, Judy the robot. I feel like the dumb repetitiveness of the Jetsons was worth it for Judy.
That's rough for Sword in the Darkness. They're dying to the boss of the second boss.
I don't know if Moonblaze can catch up, but if so, this is going to open up the possibility for him.
I'm concerned.
Oh, Judy
here.
was the daughter? Never mind. Rosie. Yeah, Rosie's the robot. I was trusting Chad, and that was a mistake.
Is Sword in the Darkness having some issue here?
Rosie.
Is he entering the stage.
Oh,
there we go.
apparently, the alien Gazoo was only introduced halfway through the final season of the Flintstones. So he was like a last-ditch attempt to breathe life into it. And then he shows up in all the freaking video games, all of the Flintstones video games, okay?
Yeah, that's true. That he does.
It's like, I don't care. I don't care.
All right, we're heading into like the 5 last minutes of this match. I still think Rain Man has a decent shot at catching up to Mikey, as Rain Man is actually on the boss. So
very nice.
Basically neck and neck here. Although I'm unsure how we do it, because Mikey did lose some time there due to something he couldn't really change.
Yeah, that will be a call by the ref. A lot of the times, though, you know, if there are issues with tech and such, we have given bonus time. With glitches, though, it really is more of a call. If it does make a difference for the lead order, though, then that may be something that's taken into account, especially if Rain Man can still can catch up to where Mikey is.
I definitely think that they can do that.
Yeah, so we'll have to see in the next few minutes if additional time is given.
We'll see. And as it's looking right now, looks like Moonblaze is gonna have to really step up.
Yeah, Moonblaze has been struggling compared to everybody else. Yeah, did Moonblaze get the double jump? Because he's definitely not using it.
I don't actually think they've gotten there yet. I think they're still on the first level of this second set of stages.
There's a lot of cowbell in this music.
Rain Man is actually on the same stage right now as Mikey.
Very nice. Oh, it is very close between the two. Ow!
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled right here to see how far they both make it.
That's right, everybody. Pull out your eye peelers and scrape those. Scrape the eye shutters away. The lids. Yeah, those. Scrape them away, everybody, because you don't want to miss what happens here. You could also just tape your eyes open. That works.
Rain Man, let's see here. That makes it past the water. I think that's... I could be wrong, but I think that's actually how far Mikey's gotten to that set of, like, that water, like getting past the water. So this is super close, actually. Super close.
Everybody, don't forget that everybody forgets basic words every once in a while. You're like, I know what those are called, the eyelids. Okay, but I can't remember the word eyelid, so I gotta describe it in some way. Yeah, the eye shutters.
I'm just like, I'm filled with suspense. I've lost my words as well, like watching Mikey and Rain Man
just got whopped and sent back into the water. Oh, that was beautiful. I swear I heard an air horn. Or maybe it was a dinosaur. Hard to tell, you know?
Yeah, Moonblaze gets the double jump right there.
There we go. Moonblaze, I just don't feel like he's gonna be able to get through this. I'm sad too. Like, Moonblaze is a pretty good friend, but that's the way the Kuso crumbles.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, you know, being bad at bad video games is probably a better thing to say. Being like, yeah, I am the best at playing the worst things in the world. People are gonna look at you weird. But being like, I'm terrible at these video games that were never meant for people to ever play. People are gonna applaud you. There are gonna be people out in the street shouting your name. Good job. You can't play bad video games. I don't know. Yeah.
Let's see here, Mikey right now.
Mikey apparently is a little bit in the lead now.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
So will we need a little bonus time? Probably not.
I don't think so either. That's very, very clutch.
Oh my gosh, yeah, chat, we are not painting a wall today. I still want to beat that Flintstones game, okay? I love that Fred must paint the wall. I love it.
Yeah, I love that one too.
Bad,
I want to see it again.
I actually really enjoy playing that game.
I want to see it again.
There we go.
Kuso, for sure.
I think it is time. There we go. The match is over, everybody. Breathe a sigh of relief. Go ahead and let out all of those dinosaur noises and such, you know, that you've been holding in this entire time, because that is time. Wow. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that became super close there at the end, but yeah, I think Mikey takes it fairly comfortable in the end.
Close, but no cigar for Rain Man, because Mikey stayed in the lead, taking first today. Rain Man second, Sword in the Darkness third, and Moonblaze unfortunately is eliminated. But I don't think there's any shame in being eliminated for this game. It is so full of crap, okay? I've got so many complaints, and I'm gonna go ahead and write to Hanna-Barbera right now. I'm gonna write them, and I'm gonna say, stop making Flintstones video games like 20 years ago, please. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mikey, you survived, and not only that, you thrived in the land of the Flintstones. Congratulations.
You did it.
Are you here, Mikey? Oh, Mike isn't working. I'm just like, Mikey doesn't want to talk to us. Mikey is upset.
I'll just add, I think, yeah, that was the third to the last level, so very close to clear on this one in just an hour.
Yeah, my biggest complaints, number one, the camera. I eventually got used to it, seeing like being able to watch the screen and not feel like I'm being jerked around all over the place. So that's number one, my complaint. Number two is all of the blind jumps everywhere. They're bad. They're so bad. Number three, the moving platforms, because they don't sync up, like, at all, ever. They're so...
Yeah.
There's just so much that makes me angry in my heart of hearts.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you great,
You can?
Mikey.
Okay,
Congrats.
there we go. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well done.
One of my biggest problems with that game is the knockback. You think you can jump out of it, but you don't.
Oh
Yeah,
You just add to the knockback.
exactly. It's worse if you jump. You get thrown so much further back.
Yeah,
really.
that's like number 4. It's just, oh my gosh, we saw some people while jumping get hit and then get sent all the way to the bottom of the stage. Thank you very much, video games, for bringing us that experience.
And apparently, sometimes when you die, you can just cause the game to lag incredibly.
I have no idea how you did that.
I'm curious. What were you thinking as that was happening? Like,
I noticed that I was moving like about 1 frame every 30 seconds or so I figured there was just so many of those big spiders on the screen there that it just lagged out to death.
yeah, I mean that's a fair assessment, and kudos to you to actually like keep your cool and not restart instantly, because that could have been disastrous. So
Yeah.
very well done, keeping cool there and just like plowing through the game as you did.
Yeah, I would say that this game is a little bit liberal in some ways in giving extra lives. We did have Moonblaze Wolf get close to running out of lives, and that would have been bad because there are no continues. But at the same time, I think it was 50 shells, or 50 clams. They called them clams. That's the currency in the land of the Flintstones. 50 clams to get an extra life. It's just...
Yeah, I just made sure to collect the clams just to be on the safe side. You know?
Yeah. It's slow and
they were
steady
coming
helped
in
that way,
handy
yeah.
in that they were coming in handy in that last stage, because you get hit once, you're like knockback's likely to kill you.
Oh.
Exactly. The further you get into the game, the more like instant death hits there are. So like gaining a big stack of extra lives is certainly a good strat for later levels.
Oh, yeah. So, was there anything, like, good about the game, did you think? Muggy?
I've played
know.
worse.
You've played worse, okay.
But the level design wasn't too terrible.
What? Okay, I'll let you have that. I'm not going to talk back.
It's the mechanics that sort of make it bad.
Okay, the mechanics are the worst
Yeah.
part.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I honestly,
I mean,
I think
I've
the music...
played some GBA shovelware where they at least put some thought and effort into the levels. Some just, it's...
Well, this was the company's first and last platformer, so like, I can kind of understand that they completely botched it. They shouldn't have been making a platformer. They
they tried, at least.
they made a game, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
Exactly.
pretty much all that we have, except Mikey, are you streaming anything over at your channel these days?
Not at the moment.
Well,
no.
that's okay. How about games that you've been playing offline? Anything that you've loved lately that people should give a shot?
What have I been playing lately?
Yeah, same.
I've just been playing a lot of the Saga games on my Switch, so those are a lot of fun.
Okay. I have not played like any of the Saga games except for a little bit of Unlimited Saga when I was young, and that, I don't know, that's probably the worst Saga/RPG game in existence. So yeah, that's all the experience I have.
I will actually defend Unlimited Saga, but
What?
it does have it does have one fatal flaw in that it explains nothing.
No, I thought it was going to be the
explains
fatal flaw is
nothing.
that it exists.
No, it explains nothing, and it's one of the most complex systems I've seen in a game where it really needs to explain everything. So it makes blind playing that game just miserable.
Yep. So renting it, not recommended.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how we played it.
Read up a mechanics fact if you want to play it. It makes it a lot better.
All right, we gotta run. Thank you and congratulations, Mikey. Zavane, thank you so much
Congrats.
for this game. I don't
All right,
like
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll see you both later. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.
Well, everybody, let's go ahead and get ready for the last game of today. I'm going to run a quick ad to do a little bit of setup. See you in 1 minute. Oh, it's the stupid Alienware ad. I don't care. I'm not going to get any of those. Stupid laptop, alien laptops. Why do I want a laptop from aliens anyway? You can probably get viruses from alien laptops. Like, not Alienware, just the laptop. Just if aliens made you technology.